Hi, welcome. This is Vicky Mongre, your immigrant coach. This is the first video in the job search strategies series that will talk about various methodologies that you can use in looking for a job in Canada. Now, these principles and strategies can be used anywhere in the Western world. So, in case you're in the US or in Europe somewhere, you can apply these principles and strategies there as well. So let's get into it directly. Job search strategy is a program that offers you various methodologies useful in your job search arsenal, and we are going to apply and use these methodologies with a slight twist, and that is what's going to give us that leverage or the edge over traditional job search methods that are used. Since this is the first video in the series, we'll be talking about the most commonly used methodology, which is internet job boards. Traditionally, since the advent of the internet, of course, people use the internet and apply the jobs online. And it's a very, very easy way of doing it as well. You know, you go to a job site. For example, one of the largest job sites in Canada is Workopolis, which is workopolis.com. You go to Workopolis and register there as a candidate. You don't have to pay any money for registering there as a candidate, and you can be exposed to hundreds and thousands of jobs that employers post on Workopolis. Now, ideally what one would do is you would make one resume and register as a candidate and keep on sending out that same resume to various jobs that you see posted at different times. What I'm going to suggest to you is something absolutely different. And again, I'll explain to you why that makes a difference and why it's going to work for you in your job search when you're using the internet job boards. My suggestion to you to begin with is to create a master resume that includes absolutely everything that you've done in your work life. So hypothetically, let's say you've been in the accounting world for, say, maybe 15 years back home, and that could be wherever, any part of the world, and you've migrated to Canada and you're beginning your work life here. You're attempting to get into the employment market here and start your life absolutely from scratch. So this is the way you will start with your employment search. What you're going to do is create a master resume, like I said, with everything that you've done in your accounting world, and save it on your desktop. Once you've done that, you will now create at least 3 to 5 different versions of this resume, and these 5 versions or 3 versions will be different in terms of the focus, in terms of the roles that you'll be applying to. So say, for example, and this is just an example that will help you to understand what I mean. You could have one master resume that talks about your 15-20 years of experience, and the other resumes could be titled financial analyst. The second one could be accounting manager. The third one could be an accountant. The fourth one could be an assistant controller. The fifth one could be a finance manager. Now that you have various roles defined that your experience will be valuable to, you take one of those roles, let's say a financial analyst, and start working on this resume of the financial analyst. This resume will pick up from your master resume all components that are related to financial analysis, and this will be the foundation and basis of building this resume. Like I said, you will save this resume again on your desktop as a financial analyst. So when you're on your internet job board, and you see a posting for a financial analyst, you will use this particular resume, which is titled financial analyst, and apply to that position. Traditionally, what people would do is one same resume they would apply to 10, 15, 20, 50, 100 positions. Now you must keep this in mind, that the receivers of your resume, that is the HR departments or recruiting departments of various client organizations, receive on an average about 200 resumes per position posted. In that event, when they see a resume for a financial analyst that has an objective that reads something like this: to be associated with an organization in the accounting department as an accounting manager. Now, what do you think that recruiter is going to do with your resume? Obviously, it's going to be dumped. And why is that? Because the recruiter feels that you have not even taken the trouble to understand the role of the financial analyst that was posted, and you just send out a resume for the heck of it. And which is why the way we recommend strongly you apply to positions on the internet is with a customized resume. Now, it's not just the role that we are talking about. So the title financial analyst obviously depicts the fact that your focus in the resume should be financial analysis. In addition to that, you might also want to consider the fact that when you read the responsibilities laid out in the role or the position posted by an employer, you might want to pick out certain words and phrases and use them in your resume as well. That will help the recruiter to feel comfortable that yes, this individual has been exposed to those aspects or those skill sets that they're looking for in the role of a financial analyst. Don't get me wrong, I'm not asking you to cut and paste the responsibilities from the position posted in your resume. I'm absolutely not saying that. What I'm saying is that in case you've been exposed to those skill sets, make sure you mention them in the last couple of assignments that you've done or the roles that you've been responsible for. This will be very helpful, and these 5 or 3 resumes that you've created, all of those you'll save in the job board, for example Workopolis or Monster, whichever job board you're using. Save all of these resumes and utilize different resumes for different roles, which means each position that you apply to will have a resume that is customized for that role. I hope I've been able to clarify this component. This is a very, very basic methodology that most people use, but they don't use it correctly, and which is why they do not get a response to their resume sent out. And when you don't get a response, that kind of adds to the frustration and the pain and the agony that, oh my God, it's going to be difficult, the market is bad, and how am I going to pay my bills? So these are components that we wish to completely eradicate from our thinking. We need to have a very, very positive mindset. We need to understand very clearly what we're looking for, what type of a job, what industry, and then prepare these resumes and send them out through internet job boards. Thank you so much. I hope this video has been educative and helpful for you, and I will talk to you very soon with the next video that will talk about another methodology that we will use. This is Vicky Mungre, your immigrant coach, signing off. Thank you very much.